Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here on WILK. Coming up on 10:30 this morning on a cold Saturday in February, but I think we're getting past this. As the temperature's going up, it's all good, right? All right, let's talk some Holy Redeemer boys basketball. The head coach, Paul Guido, joining us this morning. And, Coach, welcome in today.
Yes, sir. Thanks, John. Good morning, buddy.
Well, congratulations. A big win against Wyoming Seminary last night. And I guess if you believe you could do it, you guys did it. And let's talk about the belief factor and getting your guys to say, hey, we can beat this team. Sem's really good, but we're pretty darn good too.
Yes, absolutely. That's a very similar conversation to the conversation we had with our guys, especially first time we played them over there. Was a very good game at their gym. Lost by 2 points or 3 points, and really wanted to try to get this game in our gym second half of the season. And especially they've had our number. Probably I think they beat us 3 or 4 times in a row going into last night. So it was a big game for us.
Let's talk about trying to slow down some of their players. Obviously, Goodall kid he's a freak athlete. He can do a lot of things, but you go down their lineup, they got just a lot of good, well-balanced athletes on that floor.
They really do. They have a lot of good, well-balanced players. 5 guys that could do all different things. Even last night, there were some situations they're posting up their point guard against us down in the lane. So they have, Dimitri could go inside and out. The Ganter kid is very tough down inside. And then 3 perimeter players with Callahan and Phillips and Koritz. They could all drive, pass, and shoot. So they're a very tough matchup at all different positions, pretty much.
And, of course, a lot of those dudes' dads are pretty darn good athletes back in the day.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about this Holy Redeemer squad. You guys aren't too shabby. Let's go through your athletes and what, when you guys hit the floor, what you guys have, and able to show that last night in the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have some balance, and we have some guys that could do some different things as well. Throughout the season, we've been leaning on our seniors, Colin Cook and Nick Prochak. Nick's center down inside, but has the versatility to go outside, and Colin does both. He can go inside and out. So those 2 guys have been our steady forces, but then we've gotten great contributions from Jared Poinkowski and Justice Schultz, Mason Mendola, Derek Antoini, all those guys doing a really good job taking care of the ball for us, making perimeter shots, and more importantly, defending and helping us as a team defend and stop different teams.
There's an expectation at Holy Redeemer. Obviously, it's forever ago. Chet Hine did a great job with that program. But talk about the approach from you and your coaching staff day by day in practice to try to make sure you're coaching these guys up.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a high expectation, I think, that is set there from the history of the program, and even back to like you said, Coach Hine and Bishop Hoban and Bishop O'Reilly days, and seeded Catholic merged in there. So there's a lot of expectation, but I mean, that's something that I think my coaches and I, we take great pride in that, and we try to put that pride into our players as well, to continue to prepare every day, knowing that we're going to get every team's best shot every night. And we have to be prepared to take that best shot, but also give them our best shot as well. So that's something that we work on, a lot every day and talk about every day.
Let's talk about as the weeks start heating up here, staying off of injuries, making sure you guys are growing day by day. Where do you see yourselves in a couple of weeks? It could get a little crazier with a lot of games.
It could, yes. And I was going to say we were doing so well. The schedule and the weather was cooperating, and then everything kind of got nuts and everything kind of got jumbled up here on a schedule-wise. So I think that, it's important for us as coaches to manage the time and maybe shorten the practices down a little bit, get them in and get them out, especially today. Like last night, we played and got out of our gym at about 9 o'clock, 9:15, and now we have to play MMI this afternoon at about a 3 o'clock tip-off. So, I mean, it's important for us to be able to rebound and kind of get this little bump in our schedule taken care of, where all these games are kind of smushed into one little tight frame. And I think we'll be okay. I mean, they're young kids. They'll be able to rebound pretty good. If that was you or I that had to come back today, buddy, we'd be in trouble, man.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about it. Obviously, we're talking Holy Redeemer boys basketball. Paul Guido is the coach here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Paul, let's talk about the scouting perspective. You talk to some of these veteran coaches are like, I don't do that huddle thing. I got to get to a gym. I got to go out. I got to watch the team play. You're a little younger, and your coaching staff's a little younger. So do you guys look at things a little differently?
I think we do. We have a pretty good approach, and we have a pretty good relationship with a lot of with a lot of different people, whether it be up in the Lackawanna League or even in our own conference. I think that myself and my coaches, we're definitely big on wanting to see a team with our own eyes, but we don't necessarily need to get in our car and drive to that gym with technology and everything the way that it is now. If we could get that on our iPads or on our Huddle account, it's tough because we do want to see every team, and sometimes the time frame doesn't allow, or the opportunity to get film of that team doesn't allow you. But with technology and with Huddle and different things like that, we do take a lot of time in trying to get ourselves prepared and get a good look at every team we play before we get on the court with them.
District playoffs, they're going to be tough. Somebody's going to be, on the other end of something. Talk about, do you guys talk about that much, or you're still on a one-game approach, just trying to get better every day?
Yeah, we don't really talk with our guys, our players, much about districts just yet. We're still on a game-by-game approach, and right now our focus is on the conference and winning our division within the conference. And our players have put a stake into trying to get themselves into that Wyoming Valley Conference playoff championship, with the 4 highest-rated teams being in that tournament. So our guys are kind of looking forward to that as well. I think that's their main motivation. And then at the end of that, we'll look at districts and see what seed we end up and how everything falls out, and then kind of refocus and regroup and then approach that district tournament again.
Well, Paul, it's always great to pick that brain of yours. Congratulations on a real nice win against Wyoming Seminary, and hope things keep going well for you in the next several weeks.
Yes, sir, John. I appreciate it. Have a good day, buddy. Thanks, man.
You got it. Paul Guido, the head basketball coach for the Holy Redeemer boys basketball team. When we come back, we are going to talk some Berwick girls basketball. Bill Phillips and a couple of the ladies are going to join us here on the John Mendola Show. I want to thank you for joining us each and every Saturday, driving around here on a Saturday, a cold Saturday, getting ready maybe to get to the store for that big game tomorrow, and maybe load up on some of those snacks and stuff like that. I want to thank our friends at Mendocino's Pizzeria and Restaurante, located in Daleville, for helping us out. And follow us on Twitter or subscribe to us on YouTube. It is the John Mendola Show. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jen Rickey. Break like a good neighbor. Jen Rickey in Dunmore is there. We'll be back on WILK.